similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 din ki zindagi hai, 2 din ka mela. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. Aaye bhi akela aur jaye bhi akela.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya dravinam Tvameva Tvameva sarvam mam deva deva Aaye bhi akela jaye bhi akela 2 din ki zindagi hai 2 दिन का मेला आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला
Dai, matenge, io vuoi fare il vestito per ciò che le gabbie.
Let's wait to know. Yeah. Sì. You're slipping.
Boysie, Krishna Chan Bhagwan ki. Let us all start, please.
At this time, we are about to begin our ritual. This is called the Anteshti Sanskar. In the Hindu Dharma, Hindu tradition, there are 16 sanskars. When a young man or woman decides to get married, the first sanskar that is performed is called the Garbhadhana Sanskar. This is when they decide to have a family, have children. So this ritual is performed when the child has been conceived. Throughout the pregnancy of the mother, certain intervals, different sanskars are performed to help with the development of the fetus. When the child comes into the world, again at different ages, different intervals, different sanskars are performed. And these sanskars help us with our development physically, mentally, and spiritually. The final sanskar is called the Anteshti Sanskar or the Antim Sanskar. And this is what we are here to do this morning. And we are all here to pay our respects to the departed. So this time we are about to begin the ritual. And we begin the ritual by asking those who have prepared themselves to perform the ritual to purify themselves. Uncle Prem, let's give them some water to wash hands. The five of you will wash hands. Om Shri Govindaye Namah Hasta Prakshalam Samarpayami. This water has been infused. The Lord's name has been infused in this water. So by washing the hands and sipping the water, we cleanse the internal part of the body as well as the external parts. Om Shri Achyutaya Namah Swaha, Om Shri Keshava Namah Swaha, Om Shri Madhava Namah Swaha, Govindaya Namah Hasta Prakshalam Samarpayami. Following this, they will put on the kush grass ring. It is said at the root of the kush grass is Brahma, the creator. In the middle is Bhagwan Vishnu. And at the top of the kush grass is Bhagwan Shankar. So by wearing this kush grass ring, the Holy Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, they are present within this sacred ring. The kush grass is the hairs of Bhagwan Vishnu. Om Kusastito Deva Kushmule Janardana Kushamadhe Trayadeva Brahma Vishnu Mahadev. Now we give them a chandan. We begin rituals by wearing the tikka, the chandan. Om Chandanam tu Mahat Punyam Pavitram Papanashanam Apada Harate Nityam Lakshmistashtate Sarvada. If there is any elderly with us, or anybody who is not well, and you cannot stand, you could have your seat. Those who can, you remain standing. Om Chandanam tu Mahat Punyam Pavitram Papanashanam Apada Harate Nityam Lakshmistashtate Sarvada. Idam Yajmanasya Haspraksharanamachmanam Chandanam Prati Grahitam Pavitram Prati Grahitam. Chandanam tu Mahat Punyam Pavitram Papanashanam Apada Harate Nityam Lakshmistashtate Sarvada. So at this time, my dear friends, I ask you to join your hands in prayer with me. We have people of different faith here this morning, and I want you to pray to your God. Ramayana teaches Ishwar Ek Hai, that God is one. The Lord is known by many names, he assumes many forms. The rivers and streams will take different directions, but will one day reach the ocean. Some rivers and streams may reach the ocean in a short space of time. Others may take a longer period of time. So too, it does not matter what name we call God by, how we worship him. Once our prayer is sincere, and this is the key to any form of devotion: sincerity, love, devotion, faith. Once that is there, our prayer reaches God. So I ask you to join in prayer with me at this time as we say a word of prayer for the family members. And we pray that the departed soul will attain Sargati. It will attain the highest state possible, which is going back to Bhagwan, Sri Krishna. So let us all join in prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We purify the five senses by the name of God. By listening to the name of God, the sense of hearing is purified. By chanting the name of God, the sense of speech is purified. By looking at the Lord's beautiful images, the sense of sight is purified. By smelling the incense and the burning of the hawan, the sense of smell is purified. By taking our hands and making offerings to God, we purify the sense of touch. The name of God purifies us. Om yada yada hi dharmasya glanira bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavame yuge yuge. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunarthaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namah. Om Asato Ma Sadagamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Bohriya Sri Krishna Chand Bhagwan ki jai, Sitapati Ramachandra ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. Please be seated. The five of you will come and offer your flower. So we are going to go into the ritual at this time, and we begin the ritual by sanctifying everything that we have gathered here this morning to perform this ritual with. Om apavitra pavitrova sarvavastam gatopava yasmaret pundarekaksha sabhahya bhakraha suchihi. Om Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. Having sanctified everything, this body is going to be sacrificed today. When I say that, don't be we think of sacrifice, we feel it's some sort of animal sacrifice. It's that. When you have a puja and you are going to do the hawan, you will have a tarya. And in that tarya, you will have sugar, you will put rice, you will put black tail, you will put gogol, you put ghee. And you sane all that and you offer it in the fire. You will notice before we put this body into the fire, we are going to put sugar, you're going to put rice, you're going to put ghee, you're going to put gogol, you're going to put black tail. The body is no more than the five elements. This is not brother, uncle, whatever relationship that he had with us. This is just a body. The five elements. And the purpose of this ritual is to send back these elements to where they have come from. So when the body is created, earth to earth, fire to fire, water to water, air to air, and space to space. The fire consumes the elements and returns to where they have come. The Jeev, the Atma, the soul that was once within this body, is around without a body. And a new body has to be created for this soul to make the journey in. In Sanatan Dharma, we are told that the journey takes almost 1 year. So how are you going to walk if you don't have feet? Or see if you don't have eyes? We have to create a body. And this is why when the 10 pindas are offered during the 10 days, one each morning, these pindas form the new body. On the 10th day, the departed soul enters back into this body. That body is the size of the human thumb. It is a that he had. In that body, he travels. So the soul is without the body right now. This body is no more. All the doorways have been shut. What are the doorways? The ears, the eyes, the nostrils, the mouth, the two openings below the navel. These are the doorways that the soul exits at the time of death. The soul wants to come back into the body, but the senses have become decayed. The doors are shut, so the soul cannot go back into that body. So he remains without a body. So we are going to perform this ritual where we are going to dispose of the remains, and we begin by doing what is called, or taking what is called, the sankalp. So the sankalp is where the 5 of you will take your names as the performers of the ritual. You're going to take the name of the departed on whose behalf you are performing this ritual. You take your address, and we take into consideration at this time of the day all the astrological signs that are now present. All this information is in our panchang, our patra. So we have a daily horoscope. So all this information is going to be taken at this time as we take the sankalp, the resolve to undertake this ritual at this time. All of you will link up together, touch hands together. Harihi Om Vishnu 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 Namaha Paramatmane Namaha Adhya Shri Brahmano Nidvitiha Paharade Shri Shved Bharha Kalpe Svaswatman Vantare Ashtavinshititme Kali Yuge Kali Pratham Charane Bhuloke Jambu Dvipe Mongru Srita Sri Dalli Road Grame Charada Deshe Gulf Pariya Sagare Shantitiram Ghat Godino Nadi Vikramashe Bhauda Avatare Surya Uttarayan Idam Sri Shukravardene Panchami Tithi Idam Sri Shravan Mase Shukla Pakshe Hasta Nakshatra Sadhya Yoga Bhalavakaran Sri Kanya Rashyam Karitu Kashyam Gotraha Utpanuham. The 5 of you, take your names in mind again. Amukha Nam Yajmanasya, take the name of the departed. Amukha Pretanam Idam Sri Anteshti Sanskar Manokamana Hitarte Mahankarishye Bhori Sri Mahavishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai. So we rest that on this side of the. So we have taken this sankalp or the resolve to undertake this ritual. Now we offer some water. It is taken to the river Ganges, and they will wash the body, or they will bring water from the holy rivers and wash the body. In Trinidad, the funeral home would have washed the body. Some family choose to go and do that. We're going to offer something which is symbolic of cleansing the 5 elements with the waters of the Ganges. We have invoked her name into this water. So this water is as pure as Ganga Jal. So we put a few drops of water on his mouth. Adya Shagotrasya Muklam Pratasya Pritisthane Shiva Nimitam. Sprinkle.
Ashmanayam Jalasnam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishatam. Next we are going to put a tulsi leaf on the mouth of the corpse. Tulsi is what purifies. Your parasad will not be accepted if you don't put a tulsi leaf on it. And just as you purify the parasad before offering it to God with the tulsi leaf, so too we purify the elements with the tulsi. Adhya Mokasya Gotrasya Amoknam Pratasya Mritisthane Shiva Nimitam Tulsi Dalani Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishatam. The bhajan also says, Sri Brandravanta Kalaho, Nirmukhi Tulsi Dalaho. That, O Lord, take me to your abode with the sacred Tulsi on my tongue. Tulsi is something that we could partake of at any time. We could drink Tulsi water at any time. Sometimes we feel only when a person is going to die, then you have to give them Tulsi water. Which one of us seated here and say for certain when we are going to die? We don't know. So we have to be prepared. And this is one of the ways in which we prepare ourselves, chanting the Lord's name, drinking the Tulsi water, because we do not know when that fateful moment will come. But we do know we have to leave this world. So we have to prepare ourselves. And many of us fall short in not preparing ourselves, not programming ourselves for when this moment will come. And this is why it becomes so difficult for most people to accept what has happened. But this is fate, this is destiny. All of us, we are here just for a short period of time. And we have to leave. So you have to prepare yourself. Now they are going to put chandan. After that, they will take the clay of the Ganges, they will rub it upon the body. This chandan is symbolic of putting the clay of the Ganges on the body. The 5 of you will put a tikka on the same spot. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Amukam Pratasya. Use the right finger. This finger will push that straight. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Amukam Pratasya Mritisthane Shivanimitam Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavopatishatam. Following this, we are going to put a mala. And as you put the mala, you will notice we will break this string. And what does this tell us? It tells us that the bond that we have to each other, the bond that we have to this world, will one day be broken. None of us will remain together forever. And we have to understand that. And this is why it is so important that we all try to live a good life. Be the best son, the best daughter, the best mother, the best father, the best brother, sister, friend, neighbor, co-worker, whoever you are. Be the best person that you can be. Treat people with dignity. Treat them with love. Care for people. Because one day to come, that person is going to close their eyes and they are going to lie down there lifeless. And don't wait when that time comes to show how much you care for the person, how much you love the person. It is too late then. Because sometimes when that person is alive, they are like a thorn in our eyes. We have the worst of things to say. We don't treat them well, but when they die, we have the best of things to say. We want to give them the best then, but it is too late. So you do these things when you have your loved ones around you. You take care of them, respect them, honor them, and do what you can for them. So we put the mala. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Amukam Pratasya Mritisthane Shivanimitam Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavopatishatam. So put the mala around mother's neck, father's neck. When they live, do the puja, honor them. Give them things to eat, give them things to drink when they live in, and when they're dead. You're giving them the best of everything. But like Guru says, the dead must die grasping. Yes, you have to do your rituals. You have to do what is recommended. But do the things, don't put the cart before the horse. Do these things when they are alive. We are going to offer some perfume. The perfume is sweet. It reminds us, let your life be sweet. Let your thoughts, your deeds, your actions be sweet as the perfume. Each of these sprinkled. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Amukam Pratasya Mritisthane Shivanimitam Gandhamaya Diyate Tavopatishatam. Namo Namaste Govinda Purana Purushottam Idam Shradam Rishikesham Rakshatum Sarvato Desha Mantra Gandhamaya Diyate Tavopatishatam. Following that, we are going to put pieces of gold. Gold represents prosperity. We believe in the afterlife. Lord Krishna said, this is only one life. We have had many before. We are presently here. When we die, we will not cease to be. So since we believe in the afterlife, we pray that if the soul may have to enter back into material bodies and descend upon this earth again, may he be prosperous. Not only in terms of material prosperity, but may he be prosperous spiritually. So a chance together. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Amukam Pratasya Mritisthane Shivanimitam Iti Sri Sonadan Maya Diyate Tavopatishatam. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Amukam Pratasya Mritisthane Shivanimitam Sri Sonadan Maya Diyate Tavopatishatam. So now we are going to do Arti. Now some Rabbis are saying they are not going to allow Arti. And they have to understand, this is not a criticism, everybody have your way. But as I said to you at the beginning, this is not harmful anymore. You're not doing any arti for the dead. These are the 5 elements. You are worshipping the elements, you are thanking the elements before you send them back. So you're doing arti to the elements, not to the dead. So they say, well, what are you doing arti for the dead for? It's not that. It's the elements that you're doing it for. Right? So we are going to have arti. So you will keep doing the arti. As you walk around, we will make 5 rounds around the coffin. So again, those who can stand, please stand. Om Chandvari Mahagori Andhina Tamasabhike Tatvara Rokarkaya Deepo Yamupatishatam Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Amukam Pratasya Mritisthane Shivanimitam Deepaste Maya Diyate Tavopatishatam. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Holy Sri Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Please be seated. We are going to offer the first of the 5 pillars. These 5 pillars are offered to the 5 elements. The first pillar is offered to Mother Earth, the Dharti Mata, one of the elements of the physical body. So if I were you, take your names in mind, you take the name of the departed and pray to Bhagavan Vishnu as we offer this first pillar. Om Adyamukasya Gotrasya, take the name of the departed, Amuknama Prakasya Mritisthane Shiva Nimitam, Ishte Pindo Mayadiyate Tavo Patishatam. So we put that pillar under the cloth, next to his fingers, the right hand. One of you, just remove the pin. Yes, slip it under the cloth. Next to his fingers, the right hand. Then we are going to offer some water on that pillar. Adyamukasya Gotrasya Amuknaham Prakasya Mritisthane Shiva Nimitam Iti Sri Ashmane Ammayadiyate Tavo Patishatam. Boodoo Arti. Adyamukasya Gotrasya Amuknaham Prakasya Mritisthane Shiva Nimitam Iti Sri Divaste Mayadiyate Tavo Patishatam. Ram Nam Satya Hai, Ram Nam Satya Hai, Ram Nam Satya Hai. So if I could do that, have a seat. Just take a flower in your hand. A few years ago, the late great Lata Mangeshkar passed on during the time of the COVID. And before she left this world, her material body, she left a very important lesson for the world, a lesson for all of us. And she said in her final message that there is nothing in this world more real than death. Nothing is more real than death. She says, as a famous person, I have everything that anyone can ask for. And she says that when I got sick, I have the most expensive cars in the world that money can buy. Rolls Royce, Bentley, Mercedes-Benz, they are all parked in my garage. But when I got sick, they did not put me in any of these expensive vehicles and take me to the hospital. She said they had to put me on a wheelchair and take me into the hospital. She says, in my wardrobe I have the best of everything. The best clothing, jewelry, shoes, handbags, you name it. But all that I am wearing now is a small gown provided by the hospital. I kept dining at 5 stars hotels, eating the best food that money could buy. But today, my diet is 2 pills and a little bit of salt. She says that all people understand. The only thing that is giving me comfort now is to see the face of a few loved ones and to sit with them and allow them to hold my hands and to pray with me. She says I used to travel in planes all over the world, But today 2 people have to hold my hand and help me to go to the hospital porch. She says, no amenities. All that I have, it is of no use now. And it is a message for all of us. Because you see, sometimes, many of us, we feel that this material world and all that we possess is something that we are going to take with us when we die and leave this world. And don't get me wrong, we all want to live in comfort, we want to enjoy what we have worked for, and there is nothing wrong with that. But we have to understand, as we are seeing here today, and as we see in all funeral ceremonies, the departed person does not take anything material, not even 1 grain of sand with them. All that he's taken along with him is his karmas, his actions, his deeds. And these are things that we need to understand. And time after time we keep hearing these things over and over and over, but for some reason it is not registered. So we come on this earth and we fight and quarrel and we make enmity for what? Something that does not belong to us. Something that we came and met here, and we have to leave it right here, and we have to go empty-handed. And as I said, don't wait when your loved ones, when they will close their eyes, then you want to come and cry, and you want to read poems, and you want to do all sorts of things. And when that person is living, you are not doing anything. You're not loving them, you're not respecting them, honoring them, taking care, sharing what you have. It makes no sense. So live and let others live. Enjoy what you have. But understand one day that we all have to leave this world. We all have to die. We have to give up this body. We have to give up this world. We have to give up everything that we have. And the soul will travel without any material things. So my dear friend, Bhagavan Sri Krishna Gita says that the soul is never born, it never dies. Just as we take out old clothing, that becomes dirty, it becomes worn out. We put it aside and we put on clean garments. So too, we have to give up this body one day. The soul has to leave this body. The soul will enter into new bodies one day. But Krishna says again that you cannot burn the soul. Fire cannot burn it, water cannot wet it, the wind cannot dry it, no weapons can cut it. The soul is eternal. So everything that is going to be offered from here onwards, it is for the benefit of the soul. But again, coming back to our little story, again she's saying that, oh man, understand, I have the best of everything, but it is of no use to me at this time. We will all reach a situation like that. That you could have the best food in front of you, you grieve and to eat it, but you can't eat it. You have the best house, and many places I go, when I go, if the house is high, they have a long step, they fix our own downstairs now. Baba, we can't walk about this stuff now. You could have that in your kind enjoy. Could have the best clothes, how much you will enjoy. The best of everything. How much these things are only for a time. But one day to come, we are all going to be in the same position as he is. When you go to the cremation site, yes, some people might come in an expensive casket, maybe some rich person, but if you look inside the casket or the coffin, you see the poor man, you see the rich man, the two of them, their hand empty. They're not taking what they have, what they possess with them, only their karmas. So we bear this in mind, my friends, and we try to live a good life. Life is too short. Time is precious. You can leave here at any time. And don't fall short in life. Make use of this opportunity that God has given to us, this gift of life. There is nothing more precious and greater than this life that God has given. And the saints and sages, through the Vedas, through the Sastras, they have laid down guidelines for us to live, how we should live our life, the things that we should do. And I mentioned a few already, but just to go a little further for a few more minutes. The saints and sages have said that, oh man, you should practice what is called ahimsa. Non-violence, non-injury. Don't cause pain to anyone, to any creature, either through your thoughts, your deeds, your actions. But as we look around in society, our society has become so barbaric. Life has no value anymore. Another human being will not hesitate to take the life of another, to cause pain, to cause distress to another human being. And always remember, what goes around comes around. Jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. What I sow, that is what I reap. How I make my bed, so I lie. When you do bad things to people, that will come back to you one day. It will haunt you one day. So never cause pain or bring distress to anyone. Be kind, be gentle, be helpful at all times. Live a life of truthfulness, satya. Truth is God. And it must not only be spoken, but as we journey through life, it must be reflected in our day-to-day living. Be truthful to yourself, be truthful to others, be truthful to God. Asteya means non-stealing. It means that you must live an honest life. Don't accept bribes. Don't want what other people possess. Brahmacharya, live in God consciousness. Understand that there is a God whom we have come from and whom we have to return to one day. Aparigraha means that you must abandon greed. Be grateful, be thankful for what you have. Too many of us get carried away because of greed. All of us here, I'm sure, before we came here this morning, you could have gone to your wardrobe and you're picking and choosing what you want to wear this morning. Maybe you're trying to trade your front outfit. No, that is still looking good. Let me try something else. Many people don't have that choice. You got up this morning and you could have a nice warm meal in your stomach. People went to sleep hungry last night, get up hungry this morning. Many people right now, we are seated here. We can walk, we can talk, we can hear, we can smell, we can touch. Many people can't do that. Right now, people on the operating table, maybe about to lose a leg or even both legs. People went blind today, people went deaf today. So much problems people go through. And it's so sad, so depressing to hear sometimes people, many people come, sometimes they have a little problem, a little pain, a little trouble they go through in life. And you hear them complaining. Oh God, I don't know why God will take me. Why I have to go through this. And I look at these people in amazement and I say, if you were maybe somebody in the hospital right now, you're lying on that bed, you can't even clean yourself. You're eating through a tube. You can't see, you can't hear, you can't do anything. And you who could do everything for yourself, you complain. Be grateful and be thankful for what you have. Be appreciative of what you have. Because you could lose it in the blink of an eye. This man used to call God every day when he prayed. God, I want a better life. God, I want a better life. God, I want a better life. This was his prayer. God appeared before him one day. God said, what is your problem? He said, God, I pray to you every day. You owe it to me to give me a better life. So God said, well, all right. So he pulled out $20 from his pocket, the man, and he showed it to God. He said, God, this is all the money I have. So God said, well, if you want a better life, give me the $20. I'll give you a better life. And he hesitated. He said, but God, if I give you this $20, I was going to use this to put gas in my car. So God looked at him and said, should you have a car? You still want a better life? He said, yes. God said, well, give me the car, give me the $20, I'll give you a better life. He said, well, God, if I give you the car, I'm going to walk out. And God stepped back and he said, oh, you have a job. You still want a better life? He said, yes. Give me the job, give me the car, give me the $20, I'll give you a better life. He said, well, God, if I give you my job, how am I going to take care of my family? And God said, imagine that. You have a family. In other words, God is saying to the man, you have so much to be thankful for, so much to be grateful for, but yet you are not. And many, many people in the world today are like that. God give me this, God give me this. I want this, I want that. You have so much already, yet you're greedy. You want more and more and more. You're never satisfied. Instead of seeing the blessing that you have and being appreciative of what you have and thanking God for what you have, every day you go to offer your heart. Every day you like to do, you do your how you do your prayers. You're reading your scripture. God, give me these 6 numbers so I can win the lotto. God, give me this. God gives me that. Be satisfied. Be contented with what you have. As I said, we have choices. Many people don't have those choices when the day comes. So thank God and be appreciative. And this is the lesson, the message that God is giving to him. You may not have the best job, the best family, the best car, plenty money, but you still have something when the day comes to be thankful and to be grateful for. And many of us, we are not grateful. We are not thankful. But you only miss the water until you get what you can. Don't wait for that to happen. Every day you get up, it's a new day, it's a new dawn. Give thanks to God. You get up, you open your eyes, God, thank you for this day. You eat in your food, God, thank you for this food. You could walk, you could see whatever, you could go to work, you could earn a little something when the day comes, thank God. Don't become greedy, don't become carried away and watch what this one has and watch what the other person has. And you start doing wrong things. So be appreciative. Abandon greed. Practice social purity, externally as well as internally. Cleanse your heart, cleanse your mind. This is the most important thing, especially when you pray. Do your devotion towards God. Read your scriptures. And live a good life. Live a holistic life. Enjoy. Nobody say don't enjoy. Enjoy your life. Enjoy what you work for. Make yourself happy. Make your family happy. Take time for your family. Take time for yourself. Make time for your God. Live a holistic life, because when you do that and you leave this world, you will have no regrets. So in these few words, my dear friends, today we are here to say our final goodbyes, and we'll have a few people to say a few words at this time. But I want you to remember what I have said here this morning. If not everything, at least take a little. Show gratitude. Show love. Be appreciative of life. Be appreciative of the people and the things around you. And thank God every day. Every day thank God. Because we do not know. When the mango season comes and you go under the mango tree, you don't always see ripe mango. You will see green mango, half-ripe mango, young mango, the flowers just fall. Death knows no age. None of us here can say when we are going to die, but we have to die. So we have to have this understanding. So my dear friends, may God bless you all. At this time, I will hand over. We have, I think, 3 speakers to say a few words. And following that, we will allow you to come and pay your respects, to offer flowers, and to do aarti, those of you who would like to do so. So we hand over to who's going first.
Good time, everyone. Boy, what a tumultuous year for the Mongru family. In March, we had Uncle Akisur. He was 94. He left us. Then we had Daddy, pretty soon. He was 97. He left us 2 weeks after Uncle Akisur. And now we have Uncle Rookham, 79. What a year. But the good part about that, I hope I have their genes. Right, Namo? Born in 1945, Rookham Mongru was one of 12 siblings. 7 boys and 5 sisters. And today, in addition to Uncle Valley, we have Tanti Paro, Tanti Boodoo, and Tanti Popon. So you know what that says. Women always want to live. My first recollection of Uncle as a kid, when I was a kid, would have been the era he worked at Trinidad Contractor. So he started there, he had a pickup, the park it right there. And then he used to tell you the stories. Boy, I get him there. Drive around. And that was the first thing. Then after he went on to Narayan Contractors, where he used to drive the truck and park it up. And then you would join him sometimes to go his journeys, deliver aggregate. And to go up the hill used to be an exciting journey. Because to go up the hills, you first had to stop at the bottom of the hill with your Bedford. Put it in first gear. And chuckle, come on boy, let's do it, come on boy. Lesson in that, folks. Prepare yourself, stay committed, and you can climb the hill. And that's what you learn from that. After that, he went on to national quarries, where he was the overloader driver. And everybody liked him around there. So it was easy. While he stayed with Tanti Paro in Shogunas, he just had to walk on the highway. A truck would stop. Pick him up, carry him to work, get a truck back, and he drive back and came back to the borders. All because of this wonderful personality. So he had a very simple career, and that's what man was. A simple person, but a caring person. And I remember we had a table there, and every holiday all the families would come there. And all the children, Uncle would always be playing with all the children. I was quite small. And we used to share $5. He used to make sure with a stack of $5 and come and share it and play games. So Uncle was really like a second father to me, and to many of us here, because he would play and care and take good care of you and scold you. Remember that as children we used to climb up there, climb up on the rusty galvanized, one big grapefruit and pray that you don't catch you. So, pick grapefruit and orange and so on. So, it was really caring and a nice father figure. In more recent years, things became quite challenging for him. And as a simple person, he probably felt that he didn't want to be a burden. But I have to say, thank you to Tanti Bobo, who took extremely good care of him. Thank you to, I think, my brother Raja and Sean, who all took time to carry him to the doctor and all of those things, and at least to make him feel comfortable in his ending days. So, the lessons I learned from Uncle is that you can be simple, but don't underestimate it. You can be great. You can have that strength. And I think that's the more valuable lesson that Pandit was saying here today. You don't have to be extravagant. And I think he has earned the right at Heaven's Gate that you can easily walk through. So, Uncle, rest in peace, and the Lord be with you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you. Sit down, everyone. And you took us on that really in there for a second. You're right, it has been a very rough year for the Mongru, and a very couple of rough months for the Mongru family. Uncle especially has been really, I think because he's been younger and he spent a lot of time with us, he's very close. I personally have spent childhoods growing up here, right? Nali, Sunil, myself. So we were very fortunate to spend time with Uncle Tanti Popo and Tanti Paro. All of the siblings have been extremely close. Early childhood memories really were quite happy. I think particularly because we were here. We were here with such a loving, large family. And forgive me because if I get emotional, it's because I'm quite close to Uncle. And today is really tough for me to obviously see him go. I can never forget Uncle and Daddy, they both bought bikes. One for Sunil, one for myself. Uncle bought my first BMX bike. And then, if you look to the left, that used to be a huge hill. And we would all come riding down that hill, no hands on the handles, and get yelled at and get screamed at. You know how the Mongols have a way of scolding you. They do not play with their tongue, and there was no question about it. But it comes with a lot of sugar and a lot of love behind it. We spent a lot of time here, which allowed us to really have a strong relationship with Uncle. A lot of family reunions during the New Year's, Old Year's night into the New Year's Day. And that, up to the last 2 years, we were here with Uncle. Uncle's always been around. He's always been a constant in our lives, in my life, in our lives. I know that. At one point in time, Uncle drew this entire yard up, and I don't know if you remember this, and turned it into a badminton court. All painted white with lights and a net. And we used to come here and play badminton at night because you could have. I think I learned to play table tennis right here because Uncle had a table tennis board right under there. Probably learned to fix cars as much or as little as I know. Because of the mentoring attitude that Uncle had. And he did it in a manner in which he wasn't yelling at you. He did it in such a lovely manner. Uncle certainly worked hard. You heard she talk about that. And yes, he did. I remember clearly when he worked up in National Quarry. He was able to get out and stop any truck and get a ride. But what a lot of you don't know is he would do that at 2 a.m. in the morning, sometimes 3 a.m. in the morning. And you stand up on that road, and those days there was no street lights. Auntie Paro, she was always so generous with anyone coming to stay by her house. And rain or no rain, Uncle had to be there waiting on a truck. And many times because I would stay there when I was going to school, I would hear Uncle talk about, boy, I get soaked this morning. Let me see that rain that fall this morning. He worked hard to support Auntie. He worked hard to take care of this place. And with the little means that he had, you would never be able to know, because he was such a giving person. He would always give you something, even if it's a kind word. Especially a kind word. Uncle would always be there for you. Always. I remember clearly, I think one of his happiest moments was when he bought that Commodore. Honestly, I think he worked so hard, and he finally got a car that was faster than a lot on the road. And he would always park it, most of the times he would park it at our house, and then Daddy would drop him up to the junction to take a taxi, because he would have to go to work. And then me in my teenage years, I would look at this car and say, damn, this is a nice car. How is this being parked up all day? And little did he know, or I thought so, I would go and take the car, go Santa Ana, go to the mall, and come back and try to park it in the exact same spot. Maybe take Daddy's couple of dollars and put gas into it. And many years ago, Uncle said, you think I don't know you took the car? You were driving it? But that's the kind of guy he is. He doesn't really care about the material stuff. He would always let us drive it. Doesn't matter. Even if we had license or not. Yeah, go, try it. Learn. That's the person he is. When my father died a couple of years back, in fact almost 16 years now, I will never forget the support Uncle lent our family. Always there, he was step by step. And that continued even after the funeral, even after all of that. He would always call Mommy. How you doing? You okay? You need anything up there? Dave was still here. How you doing? You need anything up there? He would always think about his family. Driving to visit Auntie Paro, driving to look after Auntie Boodoo, Auntie Popo, going to Claxton Bay, sitting and talking about. Family was the most important thing. It really was. And I knew that as a nephew because I felt that. I lived it with him. So as we bid Uncle farewell, I just want to say thank you for being such a wonderful uncle. And may your journey be blessed. May Lord Krishna bless you. It is sad that you're leaving us here on this world, this earth. But at the end of the day, we know you're not suffering anymore. And that brings us a lot of comfort and peace. And so, until we meet again, Uncle, Jai Shri Krishna. I'm going to turn it over to Uncle Bali. Obviously, we saved the best for last. Neither Ishi and I wanted to follow Uncle Bali. So
much has been said through the English Committee, and I cannot even say better than what you have done. It's indeed exceptional that you are here to share in this occasion. The garland is broken. Yet the flowers which are woven together indicates each and every one of us, and that representation of love. May that dwell in our hearts and be with you in times when the feelings are low. May the love which is shared with each and every one of you be your strength and the reminder of the goodness, that which Bhagavate explains so well, so lovely. The simplicity of life is the strength of goodness in our hearts. And let that be so. And he talked about it. When Alexander the Great conquered, and he was far in the east in India, and there was no more land to conquer, he cried. In the time of his deathbed, he asked his ministers, when you give me a casket, give me one, but let there be 2 openings from the side. Then they were puzzled about that. And he says, look, I came in this world, I had everything. Now they can see I'm leaving, and his hands are outside. My hands are now empty, and outstretched and empty. And so is life in itself. You know? So we must be aware of it. And it's already mentioned by Panditji, of our karma, that this goes on with us as we go. I call it the memory card, which you take from birth to birth. And according to how you make use of it, that is what you will get. So he's done his share. The love of a family and the brother is not, and the loss is not so bad. Because I know that I can recall the goodness that he has shared with us. And this will be the one that will be, you know, the strength and give me peace also of mind. And so let it be. Death in itself is not bad. Death and life and death are like 2 brothers. They are always side by side, working together. One is not different from the other, really. For when there is life, death is as short as Krishna says. Majayati Mriyate Okadachan Arjunitya Nityaha. And so it's always, he is ageless, boundless, that eternal one. And so that as long as there is death, life is as short as life is, as long as there is life, death takes place. And so it is. You can go on with that. But again, thank you again for being here. And it's pretty tough. I've seen it all the time in terms of, you know, other people sharing it. But when it hits you home, it's a little bit different. But may the blessings of the Eternal Supreme One, the Master of our destiny, grant him blessings that from his travels towards the unknown, into a different realm of existence, may he find peace and solace and freedom. Nadini Namo Deva Shankachakra Gadadhara Uchaya Pundarikatman Krita Muksha Pradubhara. May he find peace and happiness, gratitude and Bhagavan. And thank you so much again. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all our speakers. Wonderful words. At this time, let me invite the immediate families who would like to come and offer flowers and royalty. You can please come very orderly and do this at this time. In the meantime, we join in glorifying Lord Krishna. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare, Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Jab charu taraf andhiyara ho, aasha ka dur kinara ho. Jab charu taraf andhiyara ho, aasha ka dur kinara ho. Aur koi na keval aara ho, fir to hi bera paar karo. Jai 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 Krishna Hare, Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare. Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Tu chahe to sab kuch kar de, विष को भी अमृत कर दे, तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे। विष को भी अमृत कर दे, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। So the floor is now open for those who want to come and pay their respects. You can offer your flowers, or if not, you just want to have a view, you can do so at this time. And everybody is obligated to offer flowers and Boysie. Only if you choose to do so. He Nanda Nanda Gopal, Ananda Nanda Gopal. He Nanda Nanda Gopal, Ananda Nanda Gopal. You can start with flowers on this side, please. Just cover the flowers on this side. So it'll be easier for them. If it's not right here, so let's take it from here, no from exit on the other side. He Nanda Nanda Gopal, Ananda Nanda Gopal. He Nanda Nanda Gopal, Ananda Nanda Gopal. He Nanda 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 Yadunanda Nanda Gopal. He Nanda 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 Yadunanda Nanda Gopal. He Nanda Nanda Gopal, Ananda Nanda Gopal. He Nanda Nanda Gopal, Ananda Nanda Gopal. Narayana Hare, Satya Narayana Hare. He Narayana Hare, Satya Narayana Hare. Satya Narayana 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 Satya Narayana 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 Satya Narayana 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 Satya Narayana 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 Hare Satya Narayana Hare Narayana Hare Satya Narayana Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate we put the remainder of the flowers as we prepare ourselves to depart to the crematorium, the short feast, and the mosquito break. So we will from here take one more step, just behind the person, on the other steps or stops will be made when we reach at the finishing site. So this time, let us all please stand as we chant our final few mantras in preparation to depart to the shore feast, while the remains will be placed into the sacred fire, thereby releasing the elements and send them back to where they have come from. May God bless you all. Thank you all on behalf of the family for being here this morning. We join in closing prayer. May God lead the soul, which is the whole. May all the ancestors of this family bless them also. Om Papoham Papakarmaham Papatma Papasambhava Prahimam Pundari Kaksha Sarva Papa Haruhari Namo Namaste Govinda Purana Purushottam Idam Shradam Rishikesham Rakshatum Sarvato Desha Anadini Dhanodeva Shantashakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Om Tvameva Mata Shakita Tvameva Tvameva Bandho Shasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Everyone, Ram Nam Satya Hai, Ram Nam Satya Hai, Ram Nam Satya Hai, Sabko Kati Hai. Boysie Krishna Chand Bhagwan Ki. Please remain standing as we prepare to depart. Thank you all so much once more. Thanks from the prayer for the assistance here this morning. So we prepare to depart at this time.
Pati, I need help. You have to hold. Somebody else wanted to do it. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, just stop. Those on this side of the boat. Those on the other. That's on the right. So we spin it around. Come on, fellas.
बाहर से तो खामोश रहे तुम, बाहर से तो खामोश रहे तुम, भीतर भीतर रोए रे, भीतर भीतर रो, तेरा दर्द न जाने